I need to ask you to ask yourself a very hard question today. How much is your freedom actually worth? Because I'm looking at the story of Louisiana and Mr. Femi Akobi, a couple who had a good life in the UK. They had good jobs and a future, and they threw everything straight in the dustbin for a tax rebate. Today, we aren't just talking about crime. We are talking about how people with everything end up choosing to lose it all. Let us start with who they were. Louisiana worked in HR at Transport for London, which is the TFL in the UK. Just picture it and think about what HR is to you in your company. It is the key room of any workplace. These people, they have your passport details, your passport information, they have it. In fact, your national insurance number, they have a car in the system. Your bank detail, the one in which they use in paying you every month, they have it as well. Your home address in call, it's not hidden for them. Everything that makes you as a person or a worker in that company, they knows it. This our sister had access to over 100 employees' record in TFL. She wasn't a hacker. She wasn't a criminal mastermind person. She was just a trusted employee holding the keys to the vault. And when you have people like that in your company, please don't look at them as ordinary person, because they can make you, they can destroy you, and they can even also build you to any level. Now, let us add the husband to the scene. Mr. Femi Akombi himself, he was the IT expert. He sabi press computer. So, he had access to the TFL data, thanks to his wife, who is also the HR in that company. And Mr. Femi had the technical knowledge of how to do makumago with names, with all the details, with data, with everything. Thanks also to his IT IQ. Those two combinations, they are very, very dangerous. HR, IT, put the two of them together. If care is not taken, the company gonna fall down. And that is where the temptation now started. When they stopped seeing their own colleague as people, and they started seeing them as data point, which they are ready to exploit them. So, how did they do it? It wasn't a movie heist. It was a repetitive, boring recipe. Louisiana Gagan herself, which is the wife, will grab the data from the company where, she is the HR. And she will pass the data, the document and everything, she will pass it to her husband, which is Mr. Femi, who is a guru in IT. Sharp, Mr. Femi will set up a fake HMRC account in those names, in those data, the one that the wife brought and gave to him. He will now submit a tax rebate claim, pretending that the colleague overpaid tax. Because she has access to all the data, and being the HR, she will send it to the tax authority that, one of our colleagues overpaid his or her tax. Sharp. The tax people, they will now refund the money back to them. But instead of this money going straight to the name that they submitted, they will now redirect the money to their own account, the one that they has key to. This couple, they did this 139 times. They treated fraud like 9-to-5 job. And that is the problem with greed. Greed convinces you that you can keep doing the same wrong thing over and over again without getting caught. But here's the part that baffles me, Gaga. You will ask me now, how do you commit a crime on your own internet Wi-Fi at home? How do you log into government portal from the same IP address over and over again? How? Are you dumb? After all, you say you are an IT expert. You should know that logging in from your own internet Wi-Fi, there's always a digital footprint. This couple, they use 38 different devices to play this game. They use, devices like either computer, laptop, iPad, telephone, or what have you. It's like you robbing a bank and leaving your ID card on the counter. Because the HMRC isn't stupid at all. They were just watching, waiting for the right time, to catch these people. Because they saw the pattern now. They saw that this thing, they use the same style, same timing, same device. Then the employees themselves, they started getting letters from the government about tax claim that they never made. The company now had to change its entire system because there's a breach in data now. The morale of the staff was, completely vanished. The trust of the staff was completely gone because of the data breach. The data trail don't just lead a computer, it led it to Louisiana login. And from there, it was over for them. The fast money they were chasing left a trail that was impossible for them to hide. Because Louisiana was logging in from her own computer straight to download all the data. But she has forgotten that when she's doing it, a real IT expert will see where this data is going and who is downloading it. They thought they were being smart, but they were actually leaving the digital footprint that led the police straight to their front door and knock, and flash their ID card. Before you know it, Bagan was on their hands. Straight, they take them to court. The Judge Miller, didn't hold back at all. He called it TFL worst ever data breach. He didn't just see a crime. He saw a betrayal of trust. And what's the result? The judge slammed them with 3 years and 9 months in prison that she should go and chop beans, wara, in the UK there. These people, they traded their kids' childhood. These people, they traded their professional reputation. And also they traded their freedom, all for money that is now gone. Let me ask you, was that tax rebate worth it? I don't think so. Not at all. My people, is there any lesson for us to learn from this, our brother and sister today? Of course. Every shortcut had a receipt. It might not show today. It might not even show tomorrow. But eventually, one day, it will show. And I want to ask you, if you, Gaga, watching me today, if you had access to sensitive information at work, what will you do with it? What will you do with it? And, let's say, why do people even risk their entire future for money that never lasts? Don't just watch this story and go, please. Try to learn from it. Are you building a future or are you looking for a shortcut? Talk to me in the comment, please. This is AfricanBlackGoldTV. We gist so you can see. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye for now.